So hello everybody, and congratulations to all of you, to all three of you, but congratulations to your first victory this year, your third DTM victory altogether, to Jamie Green. What a hell of a race. Your comments about the race, please.
Yeah, well, obviously my start was a really key moment. I think Timo jumped the start, so I made a pretty good start and had the lead going towards the first corner. So I just sort of had to relax into the race, and obviously it was in my hands because I had a clear track ahead of me, and it was all down to how quick I could go and manage the gap to the guys behind. I know that this track's particularly demanding on tyres, so you can't drive flat out every lap, and I was able to control it pretty well.
And your emotions after you crossed the start-finish line? You've been standing on your engine cover.
Yeah, I'm just really happy. It's been such a tough start to the year for the whole team. So I think you know, the guys, the management and the team have said to me, that, to all of us, you know, we have to stay relaxed and not put too much pressure on ourselves, and keep the faith in what we're doing and the way we work. And I think it paid off. You know, we've come here, won the race, and had a 1-2. And I think we should all be proud of the work we've done. And Mercedes-Benz and HWA and the drivers have all worked together really well.
But honestly, are you a little bit surprised that it comes so early now, in exclamation marks early, because after the dominance of Audi in the first two races, it was not to expect that Mercedes wins this third one?
Yeah, but I've got a lot of faith in my team, and everybody at Mercedes. You know, we've won a lot of races over the year, and you can't take it for granted that you're going to have an advantage every year. You know, this year's definitely more tough for us, but in DTM you have to keep an open mind. Anything can happen, and it changes quite extremely from race to race. And my car was fantastic today, so I'm pretty happy.
From number 1 today to number 2 today, Paul, you also had a very impressive start. As I saw it, all of a sudden you appeared in second place. Describe it for us, please.
Well, I've been having some problems this weekend. I've worked very hard on the start. It's clearly the point where I was lacking a bit of consistency with. But you know, I must say I nailed it today, and you know, I was able to challenge for second going to the first corner. I had a small bit of contact with one of the Audis. I'm not sure who, but you know, after that it was pretty straightforward. You know, we had to do a good pit stop because Tom was following closely, especially the first stint. But you know, the car was good second and third, and you know, we have to take the positives from this weekend.
When you are in second place, having Jamie in front of you, but having a real hard pushing Tom behind you, is this also the position to protect your teammate in that way?
You have to see how the race plans out, because you know, there could be a safety car at any point, so it's more about conserving your tyres and making sure you're in the best shape should something occur. And it was always going to be a difficult one with the heat and certainly the tyre degradation that you get at Mugello.
Thank you, Paul. Tom, third place. Are you happy or not so happy about this position at last?
No, I'm quite happy. I think you underestimate what Dr. Ulrich has said, that when you have to carry 20 kilos for this race, this I think you have not taken into account, because the cars have been very good, and of course that we said yesterday, to be on the front, to be on pole, it was something more than expected on this track with the 20 kilos, and I think this was really fantastic. And but there's one thing, and then to get the 20 kilos with around the race, never saying and get it off the start line and down to the first corner. Today this seems to be our, what you say, Achilles heel, and this is where certainly Jamie won the race, and he won it deservedly. He did a great start and a great race, so really well done to that. I would like to have fighted Paul more for the second place. He did nothing wrong. I think we had a great fight, great couple of corners with Timo at the start, and he deservedly had the second position, but I felt I was faster than him. And going into the first pit stop, it was really close, and we were all on the limit coming into the box, and the boys did always a great job, but nobody did any mistake at all, and I came out straight behind him again. And down on the back, a white car pulled to the left and let him pass, and pulled back into the line. And the next remaining of that lap, I lost more than 4 seconds to him, and that is the race. Then the race is gone. You cannot gain that back in, and that was it. So in the end, yes, I know that I could have fighted more for Audi for second position, but it's nice to be on the podium again, especially after a weekend like I personally had at Oschersleben. It's obviously great to bring Edelweiss into the points. So I'm pretty pleased about that.
You also had a little fight with Susie Stoddard, which showed that with 20 extra kilos, it is very, very heavy to overtake a year-old car, isn't it?
Especially if somebody doesn't want you to be overtaken. But that's the name of the game. And I tried, and there was contact, that's correct, but I lost. But it was not really her I was fighting with, it was Paul. That's the problem, I think. Okay.
So, Jamie, now being second in the championship, going to the Lausitzring with 70 points, 1 point still missing to Timo Scheider. Given your expectations for the next race, the Audis then will be 10 kilo lighter, I think.
Yeah, obviously it will be a tough race. I think Lausitzring is a completely different circuit to here, so it's difficult to know what to expect. But we will be strong, and we'll work hard in the next couple of weeks before that race to prepare the best we can. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Paul, your expectations to Lausitzring?
No, like Jamie said, it's completely different. I'm sure the guys will work even harder between this weekend and the next race. We still have some work to do, and we hope to go and be back on the podium again.
The last thing is in your own languages, because we were talking English. You already talked a little more than Tom did. So please in Danish.
Scottish.
Scottish. That's something else. But Tom, in your own language.
To Lausitz.
No. Generally your commentary about this race in your own language.
Okay. Ja, det er fedt at være tilbage på podiet igen. Kildeshælen til vores løb i dag, det var selvfølgelig starten. Mercedes kom rigtig godt afsted. Men det der var, jeg havde en rigtig god fight med Paul. Jamie har helt sikkert vundet løbet i dag, og det har han helt sikkert fortjent. Men andenpladsen vil jeg gerne have kæmpet lidt mere om. Men efter det første pitstop, hvor vi virkelig er på limit, og mekanikere gør et kæmpe arbejde i pitstoppen, kommer jeg ud, og så bliver jeg så blokeret på den næste omgang og taber 4 sekunder, og så er det bare i det resta, og så var det løb over. Så happy med podium, og der er flere løb endnu. Tak.
So thank you very much, Jamie Green, Paul Di Resta, Tom Christensen. Congratulations again. And as we say in Italia, mille grazie, signori.
Prego.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done, boys.
And now we welcome on stage the two team principals, Norbert Haug, Mercedes, and Dr. Wolfgang Ulrich from Audi Motorsports. Aber sitzt ihm nicht im Weg hier. Komm lieber ein Stück zu mir rüber hier, wegen der Kameras, sonst haben die... Oh, so ist besser.
Can we start?
We can start. As they are discussing, congratulations first of all to Norbert Haug, first victory of the year for Mercedes-Benz. Your commentary about this race here in Mugello today. Your commentaries in English, please.
Yeah, it was a great race. Probably the spectators would have loved to have a little bit more fights in the first 3-4 places. It was quite the same story throughout the race. I think we executed a good strategy. We had a good speed. Our team did a good job, working very hard. Didn't necessarily look like that after qualifying, and particularly not after warm-up. But I think we have to anticipate the setups of the cars, and Gerhard Unger and his guys did a good job. It's sometimes 3, 4, 5 degrees temperature make the difference. and the guys were well placed. Both Jamie and Paul are coming from our Formula 3 junior camp, so I'm particularly pleased that they did a 1-2. Was very close for Bernd, the guy with the most victories and titles in DTM, to be on 3rd place. Great pit stops from our guys. He almost got Tom Christensen at that occasion, and so all in all it was good, and it was satisfying. I have to say we won earlier than I thought this would be possible. But of course, I think nobody can say that we are not deserving this victory. And the AMG guys, HWA guys, deserve it much more than I, because they did the technical work and they worked day and night.
Dr. Wolfgang Ulrich, your comment please about this 3rd race of the season.
First, congratulations from my side to Mercedes-Benz, because they really did a great job. To the race itself, I have to say for sure we have given it all away at the start, which should not happen. And when the first lap was over and the formation was given, because there was quite some disaster in corner 1, nobody really has seen it in details, but something must have happened, which mixed the cars quite nicely in a way that we didn't expect it. We just tried to make the best out of this race. We know that it is really difficult to overtake here. We for sure also struggled a little bit from having a little bit more weight on the cars, which is especially on a race circuit with these long corners not so nice. And we tried to make then just what could be done out of the result. Not happy for sure with the outcome, because it seems that Mugello we can't make something in the race out of a good qualifying. On the other hand, I'm positive to see that our 07 cars have been quite competitive. They did a good race. They also raced each other quite nicely. And I think spectators have seen a great race. And yeah, for the next race, we concentrate on trying to win this one.
Norbert, you said it comes sooner than you expected. When did you expect the first victory?
Well, now I can tell you in Mugello.
Okay.
No, I
But
didn't.
how surprised were you really? Because
it was a surprise. But you know, after first of all, we did a great. Our guys did a great start. I think Paul was whatever 5th or so. I mean, this is an achievement to be. Nobody helped him to get 2nd in the 2nd corner. On the other hand, Bruno got badly squeezed. I have to check. I do not think by purpose, but maybe we have to check. And afterwards, I think his car was just not drivable. These cars are, if they got hit, they lose a lot of aerodynamic parts normally, and then it's difficult. I mean, it's not normal that he's 1.4 seconds or something slower than the teammates. So that was race over for him. But I mean, it's on the other hand good for in the championship. It's quite close together after 3 races. 3, 4, 5 guys, very, very evenly matched, and that's what it is about. I mean, if one manufacturer walks away with it, we had that situation with our cars a couple of times in the past. But it's better for the sport, and hope it stays like that. That it keeps changing. And I think for me the most important thing is to say thank you to the guys. They did not give up. It was not an easy situation, but they worked very, very, very hard day and night, and nobody can say we do not deserve this victory. Our quickest race lap was more than half a second quicker, so that is something. And as I said, we didn't achieve that in qualifying, not in warm-up, but now we did. And I think our competition did not try to have a walk in the park, so they went for it, and they pushed very hard, and I think it's good. It's good like it is.
Certainly not a walk in the park, Dr. Wolfgang Ulrich, but another jump start incident. Do you have to create a special meeting for the drivers not to jump start anymore?
Tja, especially to see that it's really the unexperienced ones that do it.
Yeah, but how can that happen? If those are
this is something
drivers?
where you just can watch and be disappointed. You can't interfere in any way. This is just in the hands of the drivers. And yeah, for sure. We will sit together and we'll try to find out whether there is anything wrong or it was just an optimistic moment feeling, and this I think it has been.
It can be a rather optimistic moment for you that at the Lausitzring there will be 10 kilos less in the car then. So give us your expectation, give us a little preview. What will the spectators have to expect at the next race at the Lausitzring? A quite more narrow, more tight track.
Yeah, but I think the racing and the competition will be there again, even more close together than here. And for sure 10 kilograms help a little bit. And we hope that we can there, after having a good qualifying, also make a good race out of it. To do it away, to give it away twice, I think is tough enough. 3 times, I think, should not be acceptable.
Norbert Haug, your expectations when you look ahead 2 weeks, Lausitzring, it was in recent times rather often a Mercedes track.
Yeah, we have good memories here, other than the points cutting from last year, which cost us badly at the end of the day. But it's a great racetrack. We expect a lot of spectators. Our track record there is very good. Like in Mugello, I mean, we really have to like this place. I think in 8 races we won 7 times, so that is quite impressive. And it is a demanding track. Of course, there were not too many spectators here, but that's normal. We still come, and we still will come. And I think we had a great television, and the people that have been here certainly thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think lots of our sponsor partner had a couple of days off in Italy, and so that fits all together. And it was a demanding and a great race. And I expect the same for Lausitzring. Not probably the same result, but we keep on pushing, that's for sure.
Do you think you and Audi are now head to head, all equal, same level?
I have no idea. I mean, it did not look like in qualifying, it did not look like in warm-up, it looked like even we were slightly ahead in the race, but you know, we will not be complacent, and it makes no sense to think about where your competition is. It makes only sense to develop further and to go forward, and believe me, our guys will do that. We will have a difficult time probably in the next couple of races, but these guys are strong, and it will not happen overnight, because you know, you're limited with your developments during the course of the season, obviously, because there are rules in place that do not allow dramatic aerodynamic changes. But I have to stress, and I said that before, we have a very good car, and this E-Class is a very, very good car, very good racing car, and no criticism to the guys. And today, on this particular race, it was certainly the best car.
Dr. Ulrich, last question to you. Do you see it like the opponents closed the gap?
I mean, for sure the opponents, the girls from Merck did a great job, and they are trying to catch up. On the other hand, our guys are going to continue in this limited way to develop the car. And so I think we will see a thrilling season this year. We have started with really good results, and I don't see it too negative that today we did not win. For sure, the performance was not that it was a have to win, because if, then we could have done it. And on the other hand, if you look the possible lap times of the car, I think it's not too bad. We have a good base. The A4 is a great race car. We are going to continue to push, and I'm looking forward to Lausitzring.
So thank you, Dr. Wolfgang Ulrich. Norbert Haug, any questions from the team principal from the floor? Right, thank you. To the two principals up here. That's not the case, so I say, oh.
I have a question for both, if it's possible. Recently, Olivier Quesnel have confirmed the potential interest of the Citroën on the series. What do you think about that?
You're welcome.
They're very welcome. I mean, I cannot judge it. We both met the people. We obviously will give information to them. They are strong guys from the World Rally Championship, but it's their decision at the end of the day. If I were they, I would join.
Okay, thank you.
Seems to be not the case, so I say thank you, Dr. Wolfgang Ulrich and Norbert Haug. See you in 2 weeks' time at the Lausitzring. Thank you.
Ciao.